I'm an environmental activist, and it's getting me nowhere. I'll become a full-time hooker or stripper and not tell him the truth. I'll tell him I got a part-time job at the mall.
Don't worry, babe. We'll be okay.
Wait, what? Well, another Neil Breen movie. This one is I Am Here Now. And this one has Neil Breen coming down from space in his spaceship. And it turns out that he's Jesus, yet he's also an alien, yet he's also a AI superhuman, just like he is in all his other movies. So the alien, Jesus, super enhanced person or individual, whatever he is, he comes down to Earth and he's pissed off at the human species and he's going to make things right. Oh boy, let's check it out. I just want to point out that this is the supposed spaceship, and after watching this, my wife, who was watching it with me to her dismay, pointed out that we actually have the spaceship on our windowsill in our house, and here it is. Next we see Neil emerge from the spaceship and he's got computer motherboards taped all over his body to, I suppose, show that he's AI enhanced, perhaps. And he also turns into this alien on and off throughout the movie with this cheap Halloween store mask. Also, I want to point out that Neil is credited in this movie as the Being in IMDb. I know I gave you a quick synopsis in the beginning of why Neil's pissed off when he came to Earth, but I'll let the Being tell you himself in his own eloquent words.
I'm disappointed in your species. The human species. Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well. They respect their species and the natural environment.
Why are the humans failing? I've given them everything.
I gotta say, I really respect Neil's humble way and how he casts himself in movies to not be too flashy or gaudy as far as ego is concerned. So after the Being's emergence from a spaceship, he bumps into these two, a couple of drugged out, insane, crazy people to just reinforce the fact that humans suck. I'll edit this scene down to show you the juicy parts. Enjoy and take it in.
You're crazy! You're crazy!
Think I'm crazy? I'm so fucking high. I want you so bad.
I really want you to.
At this point, the Being comes along, shows him some of his wicked, crazy, Jesus, alien, being powers. After this interaction, the Being steals the guy's crappy clothes, and pretty much that's his wardrobe for the rest of the movie.
Holy shit. We've died and gone to heaven.
Your weapons cannot harm me.
Have we died and gone to heaven? Are we in heaven?
No, this is not heaven. This is not the way I intended my experiment in creating this planet and this human species to go. I'm disappointed in your species. That's why I'm here.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Run!
I've had to freeze you and make you disappear, but it's only temporary.
If you just cross the abyss of space and you're an enhanced, pissed off alien Jesus, where's the first place you go? And the answer is obviously Las Vegas. He's going to drive that crappy truck all the way there, and we're going to see every bit of it in excruciating detail in the movie. Thankfully, I spared you from that, but trust me, there is a literal 7-minute scene of him just driving to Las Vegas. Make sure you grab a buffet when you get there. I'm sure you're hungry after that space flight. Here's a few ladies that don't hate their job like the rest of us do.
The country is finally seriously addressing sustainability and respecting the planet's natural resources.
I'm so excited to be working here. Yeah, we're finally producing results generating solar power, as well as wind turbine power generation.
Don't get too excited. There's some dark days ahead.
I'm so sorry, but due to the poor economy, we're going to have to lay you off, along with some other staff members. We all had the best of intentions of improving the nation's sustainable energy systems and environment, but the corruption and greed in big business and government just won't let it happen. We're all very disappointed.
Yeah, it's always the government and lawyers that prevent progress.
Well, that escalated quickly. Watch as she goes from environmentalist to stripper escort in a matter of seconds.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't believe I was laid off. I mean, we were doing some of the most important ecological work with that company. The research we were doing was going to solve everybody's energy problems, and we couldn't get government support. They're not gonna hire any of us back at this point. And I have this baby. How am I gonna support her if I'm all alone?
You'll find something. You're my twin sister. You're pretty and smart. You're hot. We're hot.
You know, there's just no way, though, that I'm gonna find anything half as interesting. Especially in this economy.
Become a stripper. An escort. You'd be great at that. You'd just have to give up your...
Shut the f*** up! There is no way I'm going to become a stripper. I'm a mother. I have a baby.
You may not have a choice. Look, I have someone I can hook you up with, just to get you started. And you can lie to everyone like all the other girls do. They tell their friends that they're in various forms of business, but they really are not. They're strippers or escorts. It's their big secret in Sin City.
I'm getting kind of desperate.
Gotta support that plastic baby somehow. Want to see what a well-executed bike gag trick looks like?
Wow!
Do you want to do another take on that? Nah? Okay. All right, let's print it.
Wow!
In the next scene, the two newly branded escort strippers show up at this gang that hang around this abandoned, destroyed building quite a bit of the movie. For some reason, they really like shooting at this location, as we see it at least a dozen times throughout the rest of the movie.
Hey, I've got a new girl to work for us.
Very hot. I'd like to do any of these two guys at the same time.
What? Oh.
Hell yeah! I'll do her. Damn. Twins.
I get her first. This is for you. Come with me.
One of the big themes in a Neil Breen movie is some form of corruption. And the characters that are corrupt always love talking about how corrupt they are in nauseating detail, as evident by these two fellows.
Now that we've paid off our fellow elected representatives in the legislature, that environmental solar panel development bill will fail next week.
Not to mention the cash it'll put in our pockets.
The country has done without solar and wind power until now. They can wait a few more years. It's more profitable to be without those sustainable energy systems at this time. Now, the country has known for years that the corporations, and certainly the politicians, don't have the insight or the vision to create sustainable energy systems.
Yeah, they think there might be an opportunity for that to happen, but they're in for a surprise.
Yeah, our network of connections, technology, payoffs, and greed will never let it happen. It'll take a power greater than ours to get rid of us and clean up the systems and manage the environmental resources of this planet the way they were intended. As an elected government official and his lawyer, we proudly make this donation. As long as you do what I say and vote on the issues that help me.
I'll do everything I can. Just keep the goodies coming my way.
We're going to have your elected colleague, Mr. Smith, and his lawyer removed from our business affairs. Permanently.
They're going to have an unfortunate accident.
No! Don't cut off my ears! Ah! Don't cut off my hand! Ah!
We want you to act surprised and shocked. And when the federal investigation begins, you don't know anything about how it may have happened.
Anything you say. Anything you say.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to arrange for a thank you gift to be given to you later today.
Now it's time for a frolic in the pool with the two twin sisters, who were given to this guy as a gift for some sort of payoff from a corruption kind of deal. This guy is going to talk about how great he has it to himself and creepily stay there by the pool watching the sisters wearing his full suit for some reason.
Double my pleasure.
You see that girl hit her head for real?
Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. It will be well worth it.
Well, we just find this dude in that old abandoned house again without any explanation whatsoever. He's got cancer and it's kicking his ass, and he'll tell you about it here in a little bit. And his dying wish is to see that shitty Las Vegas sign. And it's a Neil Breen movie, so you know there's going to be some shenanigans afoot.
What the hell, man?
That's just not right. Let me help you.
I don't feel so good. Cancer chemo is kicking my ass. I always wanted to see this before I died. I only have a month to live.
So we find one of the sisters here in the park with her boyfriend, and she's talking about having a job that she lost as an activist, which seems to be her sister's job, not her. I mean, she was pretty cavalier about her stripper escort shenanigans. Anywho, she's going to tell her boyfriend her woes, and then all of a sudden, in her mind, she's going to talk about becoming a stripper escort, which I thought was already established, I guess? I don't know. Check it out.
Now I've lost my job, and I'm not going to be able to find another one. I'm an environmental activist, and it's getting me nowhere. They should be capitalizing on the development of solar power, wind, and energy fuel efficient systems.
We're introduced to her boyfriend that we see for the first time and almost the only time in the movie until he's getting his ass kicked later. Spoiler alert. But anyway, he's got his own problems that he wants to discuss with you. Listen in.
You're unemployed too? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. This sucks. But we'll think of something.
I'll become a full-time hooker or stripper and not tell him the truth. I'll tell him I got a part-time job at the mall.
Don't worry, babe. We'll be okay.
I'm scared.
I'll become a car thief and not tell her the truth. I'll tell her I got a part-time job at the factory.
All right, we're going to spend a little while here in the abandoned building area of the movie. This actually was several scenes that were at different points in the movie, but rather than having to go back and forth between them and try and do something that's probably very confusing, well, who am I kidding? I mean, the whole movie is frickin' ridiculous. But with that being said, logically, this makes the best sense because there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. I mean, there's plastic guns, there's beatings, there's shootings going on, there's weird European-looking guys with long hair. There's a guy getting the shit beat out of him, which is that girl's boyfriend. That was the activist, but actually wasn't an activist, was the stripper hooker. I mean, it's just totally insane. I'm hearing it in my own head as I'm talking about it, and I'm like, is this really a movie or something I dreamt last night? But anyway, here we go. I'll take you through it, and then we'll wrap it up.
We have business to do.
This is Eric.
It doesn't surprise me that this random extra is the best actor in the movie.
I can get you anything your customers want. Anything. Worldwide. I have arranged for payoff protection, like you have. No government will catch me.
We'll be glad to help you, Eric. Any way we can. We're in it for ourselves. For the payoffs.
We're very well connected. Just keep the gifts, drugs, and girls coming our way.
We're worldwide now. We'll kill anybody who gets in our way.
This has got to be the most depressing gang headquarters I've ever seen.
We've got to go. Now.
Where are my drugs?
I can't do this. My baby. I love my baby.
Once you're high, you won't remember a thing. Just the money you're making.
We eliminated our problem. Eliminated our problem.
What? This damn piece of garbage?
Oh God! He was so young! What's his family gonna...
We have a rat amongst us. An undercover cop.
Get him over here. Get him over here. Get him over here. Get that rope. Get that rope.
The rope, wrap around him.
I don't want any part of this.
I like what I see.
Cut it off.
Wow, did you guys like that? I mean, pretty crazy, huh? Notice how the being goes right for the hot stripper escort activist. I mean, he's been stuck in space for God knows how long in that glass accent piece from Home Goods. He's got to be horned up. And now's the point in the movie for the quintessential Neil Breen love scene, which of course is as disturbing as every other film he has a love scene in. So now's the point in the movie where the being is going to exact his justice on the less than 6 people in Las Vegas that he found that were corrupt. I mean, it seems like a waste of gas to fly all the way here from space and do that. Oh, he did get laid, so there's that. Well, it's time for the being to deliver his message and tell us what's wrong with society. And, well, I'll just let him say it.
I have eliminated the corrupt politicians and lawyers. I will eliminate them all, if the humans cannot, or will not on their own. The humans are failing to respect this planet. Its natural resources, energy efficiency, sustainability, even their own humankind.
Why doesn't the species understand? I've given them so much. Respect yourselves. Love nature. Live in peace. I will give them one more chance. If they fail, I will destroy this planet. End this experiment. Man has the responsibility, not the power. I will come back soon and decide whether to end it all or not. I hope humanity has learned its lesson from all its mistakes. Otherwise, I will turn this planet into dust and begin again.
My final thoughts on this movie is, just like all the other Neil Breen movies I've watched, it is completely ridiculous. It was a fun watch. It's definitely a movie you should check out. It's a good, bad movie. However, this one was a little bit harder to get through than the other two. And I don't know if it's because I've watched a couple in succession now, and I'm also editing them, so I'm having to rewatch the scenes over and over again. I don't know. It just seems this one was not as good as the other two in regards to cheesy film. But yeah, check it out. I think you'll like it. It's pretty wild. I just can't believe some of the things that he puts on the screen, and you know, they're obviously doing these in 1 day, 2 day shoots. They're wearing the same outfit for the entire thing. I mean, you figure there would be a wardrobe change in between, but no. And again, this being goes all the way through space. He gets here, I mean, it's got to be a long trip, and he just goes to Las Vegas, and he finds 6 people that were screwed up, and does some justice on them, and then he leaves. So it seems like a whole waste of a trip. I mean, there's much more than 6 people bad in Las Vegas. I've been there. I bumped into 6 bad people on the streets, just walking from casino to casino. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the movie. Please like and subscribe if you're into this type of content. Give me some suggestions below if you have a movie that you want me to check out. I'll definitely check it out. And see you in the next movie.